Welcome back to my channel, Simplified English 101. If you are new to this channel, please remember, like this video, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that good old notification bell so that you can be informed when a new video is posted. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the English A Paper 1. That's the May 2021 CSEC Pass paper. Let's get right into the lesson. The instruction reads, read the following poem carefully and then answer items 26 to 33. Number 26 says, there is a single kite, line 1, left in the sky most likely because. Two suggestions. 1, when you are given a line, go back to the line, read the line, and also you can read the lines above or below. So the line immediately above or immediately below, as these can help you to better understand what is being said. The answer for this would be it is late. It is late because the second line says evening sky. Everything else is gone, so it is late. Number 27 says, what aspects of the sky does a poet focus on? Poet focuses on the color. How do we know? We see words like evening, black, against it saffron, and also night. Number 28, in the poem, poet is most likely thinking of someone. How do we know? The repetition of the phrase, I think of you. We also see the expression, lone fisherman waits. So the answer would be D. Number 29 says, when bats break a calm lake, like scissors on a warm fabric. Lines 10 to 11 is an example of, it is a simile because it makes a comparison between two things, and the word like is used in that comparison. Let's go to number 30. Number 30 reads, the poet speaks of each of the following except. The poet speaks of each of the following except bats breaking warm fabric. The poet does speak of a lone fisherman waiting, that's in line 12. He speaks about a single kite that is flying, line 1. He speaks about hens' wings that are warm, that is in line 11. But he does not speak of bats breaking warm fabric. Number 31 says, which of the following literary device is used in line 4? It means now that we need to go back to line 4. So line 4 says, black against its saffron. Now this would be a contrast. We are now comparing two colors, black, and when we think of saffron, we think about something orangish, yellowish. So when we think about the sun going down in the afternoon and the sky looks black, and then that orangish thing from the sun against the sky, that's what we should think of. The poet's intention is to what? Now when we think about the intention of a poet or an intention of a writer, we think about what is their purpose in writing this particular thing. What message do they want us to take away or leave with us? The answer for this would be to tell someone he or she is missing him or her. Number 33 says, which word best describes the poet's tone? We know it is not bitter, it is not serious, it is not regretful, it is however nostalgic. Let us move on into the next comprehension piece. I'll give you a minute or two to read, and then we will go through the question. Let's begin. Question 34 says, the activity described in the passage is, it is clear from line 1 that it is a coronation carnival, so the answer would be a carnival celebration. Number 35 says, the writer says, for these revelers, it seemed a truly glorious morning. Line 9, and this is used to show what? It is used to show how much the revelers were enjoying themselves. When you think about a reveler, you think about persons at a carnival, or the ones who are dressed up and dancing and having fun and singing and drinking and carrying on. When we look at the word glorious in the question, which is seen in line 9, it suggests that they're happy and the event itself is one of fun. So clearly they are enjoying themselves. Let's go to number 36. Lance Corporal John, on this occasion, he was contented to watch the crowd. How do we know? In line 11 and 12 and lines 13 to 15, it says that he allowed free flow of people and he was even interested in what they were doing as he strained to hear the singing. So this shows that he was more interested in watching than anything else. Question 37 says, Lance Corporal John stood up on a high mound. Why did he do so? He did so because he wanted to get out of the way of the parade. Question 38 says, the phrase none other than Swithin Paul, line 19, implies that Swithin Paul was, of course, a well-known person. The expression no other than suggests that the person is known, the person could be famous, there is no one else, there's no doubt in your mind that this is the person, no one else but this person, which gives the feeling that this person is normally well known. Our next passage, 39 to 46, I'll give you also a minute or two to read. Number 39 says, casinos and their effects on society became an issue for the first time when? It became an issue over 25 years ago. In line 1, it says more than a quarter century ago. Now, a century is 100 years, and a quarter of that would be 25 years. Number 40, how was the issue of casino dealt with at that time? It was dealt with where some casinos remained while others' growth was monitored. Now, this is found in lines 2 and 3, where it says a sensible solution emerged, allow some to remain while controlling their growth. Number 41 says, which of the following is the best replacement for the word interestingly, which is used in line 3. Line 3 says, interestingly, we might argue about casinos. Now it says, which word would be best used? It would not be logical, it would not be thankful, it would not be conveniently. So the word would be ironical. In this particular context, interestingly is used in a contrary way. Number 42 says, in line 4, given the green light to arcade means that arcades have been given permission to operate. How do we know this? When we think about giving the green light to someone, it means that we're giving them the permission to do what we want them to do or what they want to do. So the best answer for this would be B. Number 43 says the Bahamas, Antigua, Suriname, and St. Martin are mentioned too. It is mentioned to prove that gambling is a stimulus to tourism. If we look at lines 13 to 15, it reads, for example, the Bahamas, Antigua, Suriname, and St. Martin are a few places where casino gambling is allowed, and tourism authorities in these places have said that casino gambling has proven to be a stimulus. So it is right there in the extract. Number 44 says, which of the following expression is used to produce an opposing view? This would be on the other hand, which is seen in line 16. And that is the last paragraph where it says opponents on the other hand. So clearly we're going to be getting a different view or contrasting view to what was presented earlier. Number 45 says, which argument below is not used in support of casino gambling? That would be A, it degrades the values of society. Number 46 says, to what does that is the last thing that we may need right now? Lines 18 to 19 refer. This makes reference to it leads to gambling addiction, crime, and war, the basement of society, line 16 to 20. Let us move on to the next passage. Items 47 to 54. I'll give you a few minutes to read this as well. Question 47 says, the writer's use of the word brain, line 1, is meant to make fun of the decisions made. You will notice the word brain is written in inverted comma, which is around the word. Now, inverted commas sometimes are used to highlight or to emphasize a word, or it is used when one wants to be sarcastic. And in this particular extract, we will notice the sarcasm throughout. Number 48 says, when the writer repeats not them in paragraph 1, he is implying that no one knows who is in charge of the traffic management. I have tried traffic branch, not them. Highways, not them. Planning and development, not them. So clearly he is saying that nobody knows who is in charge. Number 49 says, Stoke Street, Celestial Road, and Lena Street, line 17, can best be considered as evidence to support the writer's case. Number 50 says, the writer's tone can best be described as sarcastic. Number 51 says, the last sentence of the letter is similar to paragraph 5 because both of them express disgust. When we look at paragraph 5, he says, maybe we could all become diplomats. The disgust for the diplomat is clear there. But when we get to the last paragraph where he says, no doubt, a small man with a big car who has no name. Again, we can tell is disdain for these persons. Number 52 says, the author of this letter is most likely clearly he is a motorist. Number 53, again, the small man suffers, line 14. It implies that the small man is often disadvantaged. Number 54, Therefore, the letter was most likely published in, of course, a newspaper. Let us look at the last item in this paper. Take a few minutes to read through the advertisement. Number 55 reads, what does this airline promise if a person joins the mile program? There are promised rewards for every flight. 56. How many bonus miles does a gold tier member receive? They receive 5,000. How many miles are needed to fly one-way business class within Caribbean countries? You'll need 12,000. Number 58 says, what technique does the advertisement use to appeal to travelers to join the miles program? He uses facts. If you look at the advertisement throughout the piece, you will find all of this factual information there. Which of the following action is best for a prospective member who wants more detailed information about the benefits of the program? This would be visit the airline's webpage. And finally, the main purpose of the advertisement is to encourage persons to attain executive membership. This has brought us to the end of our lesson for today. Please remember to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit that good old notification bell so that you can be informed when I post new videos like this. Until then, bye.